Woo, media day. God damn, we're finally here. Hello there, students. Put that dang on time. Welcome to my coverage of the Atlanta Dream Media Day. Let's get to the shenanigans. Now, when I first saw it come up on my YouTube feed, I saw that bitch was like an hour and a half, and I was like, fuck. But it was actually a pretty enjoyable hour and a half. And I gotta say, even like 45 minutes in, I was like, I feel like I've been watching this for 15 minutes. Like it was really cool. We went top to bottom with a coach to basically every fucking player that is still on the roster currently. A couple things I want to get out the way because a lot of stuff was going on today. Number one, remember that chick that we drafted, Lindsay? Can you believe they let her go? What the fuck? Now, maybe it was a work ethic thing. I'm not quite sure, and that's not me taking any shots at Lindsay. I just, maybe it's just the sheer amount of talent on the team. Somebody had to go, I guess. I don't know. I just thought that was weird because we drafted her. I don't know. That's interesting to me, but obviously I hope she does well in whatever the hell else she does in her life. But that was really interesting. There's been a couple of other, people that were cut that kind of raised my eyebrow a little bit. I was like, her? But again, when you only have like 12 available spaces, motherfuckers got to go. And one of those fucking spaces is definitely going to Tiffany Hayes and such. So really, you're working with like 11 spaces, and there's a couple of people where it's just obvious they're not going anywhere. So I just always feel terrible about that shit, but that's not here nor there. Number two, apparently the on-air commentary is all women, and not just all women of color, all African-American women. Now, I saw that shit. I was like, ah, gaga. That shit made me smile so fucking hard. Like, we don't have to worry about it any time in the season where someone's going to slip up and say something wild or out of pocket, and like we're going to have to sit there and be like, okay, well, what did you mean by that, Bruce? Like, you feel me? Like, that just made me feel a little bit better. I ain't gonna lie to you. Got me hyped for Friday, but again, that is neither here nor there. That is a personal victory for me personally. I think that's fucking awesome. What else before we get into the proper shenanigans? Coach feels, at least to me, Coach is coming across a little bit more. I feel like I'm personally buying in a little bit more as a fan. When he did his press conference, maybe it was just because everything was happening so quickly and it was so out of nowhere. Shit just didn't look right to me, and I was genuinely concerned for our future. But after the game that we didn't see, and after this, proper press conference, I felt a lot better, especially when he started talking about if we have players that are very talented taking like long mid-range twos, just let that shit fly. That shit made me feel so good because we get, boggled down by these analytics and all that shit. These are things he was talking about too, but we get so obsessed with oh, what's the best percentage shot? Motherfucker, are you good at the shot? Take it. Like that just made me feel a whole lot better personally. So I'm definitely all in on Coach. Again, we went up and down the roster, and we got to hear everyone's personality and get a better feel for the players themselves. So not including Tiffany, that's I think there were 13 interviews, not including Coach. I'm not really sure, but it took up the entire hour and a half. I would honestly suggest you sit down and watch. It's pretty informational. It's great to put eyes to players and put personalities to faces and names. Again, especially for someone like me, who this is my first season, actually getting to hear from everyone at once with the same type of mentality was definitely dope. Didn't know Jimmy John's was a sponsor for the red jersey. That was aesthetically, that shit matched perfectly because of the red J's on the Jimmy John's. I was like, okay, that's dope. I see where y'all were going with that, but that's not here there. Shout out to, I don't know the reporter's name, Nathan something, I think. Homie was up there, and he was stuttering and such. And I don't know if y'all know this about the kid, but I have a terrible stutter. I'm just a really good fucking actor on camera, but anytime that I get caught on a word or some shit, I'll just start the fucking video over. Like, I'm super insecure about that shit. So it was just really dope to see my man. Well, I didn't see him, but to hear my man's out there conducting fucking Zoom interviews, just letting the fucking stutters fly and shit. Like, he's out there doing that shit for all of us. I gotta keep it all the way being with you. Mans is out there doing that shit for all of us. So shout out to that man for being, just confident in himself. That was truly inspirational. Again, for someone like me that does have a stuttering problem, hearing him do that shit, I mean, it just made me feel better. It's like, Akaga, I'm not alone. But as far as the players go and as far as how it is that they're going to play, Odyssey Sims seems to be quite fed up with the narratives and such. And since we're talking about WNBA media, I feel like I might be part of that because I have been very concerned might not be fuck it, I'll say concerned. I've been very wary of the fact that we don't have a lot of tallish players and we got a bunch of fucking guards, and I've just been trying to figure out where the hell's that defense coming from. So maybe Odyssey Sims was talking about the kid, I'm not quite sure, but she seemed very annoyed and frustrated with the fact that people are questioning how it is that they're going to play defense and how it is that all these guards are going to work. Coming from a Brooklyn Nets fan, the whole idea of there's only one ball and how is it going to work, trust me, I'm not concerned about that. It's strictly again, as a Nets fan, I get that shit. Oh, there's only one ball. It's going to work out. Trust me, I get that shit. My only concern is the defense, but y'all been putting the clamps on motherfuckers all summer league, so clearly it's been established and the situation will handle itself. I'm excited to see what it is that they're going to do, because with the lack of height comes the fucking scrappiness, and I'm just automatically here for all of that shenanigans, and especially from what we saw and didn't see from the preseason. I'm excited to see them just fuck people up. Especially, like, can you imagine, like, the fast break shit off turnovers? That shit's going to be really fun to see. I also did not know that Miss Kennedy was inspired, and if I got that name wrong, I apologize, but that Miss Kennedy was inspired by Iverson. That explains the headband and the shooting sleeve. I was like, what's happening there? But that explains all that. I'm hype. I've been extremely critical in the last week just because of just all the fucking turnover and shit. And again, as a new fan, that just has me like, what the fuck did I just get involved with? But I'm hype. And I can't wait to see all this shit play out. And again, 2K, update your fucking game so I can run this shit myself. But I'm excited. Let me know what you think about this team. Let me know if you're hype, your thoughts about the season and all that. Leave that shit down below. Again, I'm just living in the hype. I just watched an hour and a half of nothing but interviews from the fucking players, so I'm on fucking 25 as far as the hype goes. But let me know your thoughts down below. And I guess Friday will be our official first game together, and we get to fucking see it. So that's going to be exciting. I get to give an actual review of the game because I get to fucking see it. But that's not here or there. I'll see y'all motherfuckers on Friday, assuming nothing crazy happens in the next couple days. I'm not going to keep doing training camp this, training camp, because that gets kind of redundant. So I'll just see you for the next game and such. Happy Mother's Day to everyone who's a mother as far as yesterday goes, or whatever the hell you're watching it, because every day is Mother's Day, but that's not here there. And I'll see y'all motherfuckers on Friday.